Evening, guys. It's Wes. I'm just headed off to my spot here. So, yeah, I didn't get to do anything today, either or. Willie wasn't here all day, unfortunately. So, I can't get any work done. So, yeah, that sucks. But, beyond that, I'm good. I'm happy. Just need some water, which I'm gonna get right before I head to my spot. I'm tired. Little camera people doing some like photo shoots, like I'm thinking like a nightly I don't know, the girl that was there, the one that was supposed to be was supposed to be the model, had like skeleton face painting on to look the part. I'm going upstairs. Might get a little dark, so you guys are gonna have to deal with that a little bit. So, my way through the dark cave. That would suck. Hey, at least there's no Z-Bats. And Wesley used Flash. Actually, that used Flash. But Wesley used Flash so I can see where it's going. Okay. See, what I like about being homeless, or what I like about this place at least being homeless, we have this little spigot right here. It's a nice little spigot. They installed this little spigot last year for people who needed a drink, but they didn't want to get it up in the window. Just turn this on. Nice water. My cup underneath that. Oh, that tastes good. It's not nasty water like it's not nasty water like Magna's is. Ugh, Magna water. Ugh, terrible. I mean, I know we weren't there for we're probably there for like a year or something. I don't know. But just thinking about that water makes me so glad for Salt Lake water. By the way, Salt Lake City's water supply. I drink in so much water all the time because I like being hydrated. And Salt Lake water, at least in the city, Salt Lake water is one of the best waters I've ever had. Especially that spigot water. It's nice, it's clean. It's always nice and cool. Oh, gotta run. Cars. It's always nice and crisp and cool, so it's always delicious. And water is always good to have on you. For me, I have dry mouth. I suffer from dry mouth all the time. So, water is always good to have on hand. Juices, the teas that I love, sodas, they don't help with dry mouth very much. Of course, with water, it only helps temporarily, so it's not that bad. But, Salt Lake water is so good. So, I know we got it there. Probably won't get it until tomorrow. My left arm's hurting. So, today's been a good day. even if I haven't worked at all today, today's been a pretty good day. I mean, tomorrow I'll go to Nathan's place. I have a little plan. Since I didn't get paid and I don't have any money, I'll probably either hop the train or I'm just gonna walk my ass over there. To be honest, it's not gonna be that bad. 2.5 hours. Because I'm a fast walker. I love walking fast. And my bag won't really weigh me down, so that's pretty good. The good thing about my bag is that when I first got my bag, it was really heavy. I mean, like, it was really heavy with all the shit I had. I had a lot of shit, too. But I've learned to manage my bag, realize what I need, realize what I don't, so I know I'm not clunking all the time. And it's the bag is still a bag, of course, you know, it still takes a lot of space. It's still clunky somewhat, but it's light. It's not gonna get too heavy for my arms or anything. So I'm here at my spot. I left that cardboard there last night. That by the tree and that over there, that little cardboard right there. I left them here last night and they got wet by the sprinklers, but they should be good in terms of keeping me off the ground and mostly warm, so yeah. Now, last week I came back on Sunday. As far as I remember, I came back on Sunday. I spent 2 nights at Nathan and Sheila's. This week I don't believe we're gonna do that. Hey! Stop racing across the street. Anyways, I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I don't know for sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if I weren't gonna do that. But it's a slight, probably 2-3% chance possibility. So now I don't have anything else to tell you guys. I mean, like, you're all caught up, everything. By the way, I haven't seen it yet, but they came out, I don't know how long ago, but they came out with the Dark Phoenix trailer for X-Men. And I haven't seen it yet. I want to see it with Nathan. I don't know if he's like into X-Men and all of that. And Nathan, are you into X-Men? Why am I even doing that? I don't know. That's the question, Nathan. Are you into X-Men? If anyone's into X-Men, I mean, like, I don't know your opinion on this new X-Men universe, but I'm loving it. I am loving it so much. My favorite part had to be my favorite movie had to be Apocalypse. For one reason and one reason only. Magneto showed such great power. I mean, he really showed the Magneto I would have expected in X-Men. I mean, he's Magneto. Of course, he's not going to go all out against the X-Men. But when you have every X-Men going around trying to beat him up, yeah, he's going to go all force. But we don't see that in the original movies. We really don't. So the fact that he uses, even though he's not going against the entire X-Men, the fact that he's going against all, he's using all this power, I'm happy. Yes, that's the button to go across. I accidentally pushed it. But it's so cool. I am looking forward to this Dark Phoenix movie, because the Dark Phoenix saga is my favorite saga out of any X-Men. I think Dark Phoenix is awesome. But enough of that. It's now time for the story of the night. Now, I thought long and hard about this, and shut up, Nathan. Yes, I know I'm long and hard, okay? And you're jealous, or you're excited. But anyways, so I have thought plenty about this, and I decided on a particular story. It's a story I've loved for a long time. It was one of my first stories ever since I started reading fanfiction. And I don't believe I have done this one yet. And I'm shocked, horrified, and disgusted at myself for not putting this on here. Okay? I'm pissed off at myself. This story has been a favorite of mine before I joined fanfiction. When I was on Wattpad, before I started stores on Wattpad, I love this story. It's a Percy Jackson story. It's called The Queen's Champion. Percy, after the Giant War, I believe. Yeah, Giant War. Possibly. Or the Titan War. Whatever. The first war that they have with Kronos. Percy finds out that Annabelle, betrayed them. And has been working for Kronos all this time. Now, this isn't the cool Kronos. This isn't the actual primordial god of time Kronos. My type of Kronos, the Kronos that my OC, Isaac Valentine, has taken the mantle of, because it was prophesied and Kronos trained him. But this is the evil Kronos, and the one that was, if you haven't read Percy Jackson, anything like that, and if you haven't seen, like, the 2 only movies, Kronos possessed, Kronos possessed, or like was a demigod, was a host of Kronos' spirit. And so Percy defeats Kronos, and then he realizes that Annabeth, wow, the daughter of Athena, the girl that he liked a lot, had betrayed him. And Percy's all shook up. He's emotionally dead now. So he turns down godhood, doesn't want to be a god. What he wants is time away from the godly world. He wants to go back to the mortal world to, just gather his thoughts, gather his feelings, because he's lost now. He doesn't know what to do, he doesn't know where to go. And after the whole ceremony where the gods give the demigod heroes prizes, which godhood was one of them, he wanted to sneak away. But instead of sneaking away, he sees Hera there, sitting on the throne, just staring at him. Now, at this point, the whole thing with the labyrinth has already been brought up. And I don't remember the full details of this because it's been such a long time since I've read Percy Jackson and like the Labyrinth or whatever. I don't remember which one it was, but it was a Labyrinth. That's all I know. And Annabeth did something stupid, and Lady Hera was pissed at her, but Percy, being the hero of the story, kind of nudged the fall to him so that Annabeth wasn't in trouble. So he apologized. He, instead of ignoring Lady Hera, he went up to her, knelt down with one knee, and begged for apology. He didn't agree with what Annabeth said and did. And for that, Hera accepted the apology. And she helped Harry. My gosh, sorry for that, guys. I didn't mean Harry. I'm reading Harry Potter fanfiction crossover with X-Men Evolution. So I'm sorry. She helped him escape Mount Olympus back to Camp Half-Blood. and nobody's there. Nobody's at Camp Half-Blood, and Percy leaves. At first, he goes home to his mom's apartment, and he finds both his mother and her fiance, Pavlofis or something. I don't know I can't pronounce his last name, but his mom and her fiance dead. And he finds out that Annabeth killed her. And he saw no point. So he tries to go to Hades' realm and offer a trade between his soul and his mother's soul. Or his mother's and his almost stepdad's soul. And the way he did this, he was going to kill himself. At this point, Hera's no longer mad at him. Hera understands him. And she's sort of grown attached to Percy. She's grown fond of him, like a mother would. And so was Hestia. So they're both watching him through the hearth, and they're able to stop Percy from killing himself and going to another world. So 5 years pass. In these 5 years, Percy, Hera, and Hestia have become sort of their own little separate family. Hera adopted Percy, became mother and son, and Hestia was the favorite aunt. Not only that, but both of them had imbued power into him. Oh, and during the ceremony, when he shot down godhood, he did say that he wanted to be immortal, but more like Artemis or Diana, for those who wanted to go Roman, for her same immortality that her hunters get. And Zeus has Artemis herself give the blessing. Give him her eternal blessing, but she gives him her eternal blessing. That's much different. So he's now immortal. Well, partially immortal. He can die in battle, but age, he's okay with. And because of her blessing, he finds that he actually glows sort of, he glows silver, and he's actually good at archery. He's really good. He's not as good as Artemis and her senior archers, but he's pretty good. So 5 years have passed. In these 5 years, Percy has been on a mission given to him by his mother, who, when I'm talking about mother and all this, I will be talking about Hera instead of his mom, Sally. Much different. But he's been on a mission for Hera and Hestia to save other demigods. And because, I forgot to mention, sorry guys, I keep forgetting these things. Both Hera and Hestia has also given him their blessings. Their eternal blessings, by the way. And he's also, and Hestia has become his pardon. He is her champion. So his loyalties, even though he has a loving mother and all of that, his loyalties first lie with his pardon, with Hestia. I think that's pretty cool. For 5 years, he's been out saving demigod children. Normal demigod children, he brings to Camp Half-Blood. I'm not sure because they don't really say, but I'm guessing Camp Jupiter as well. But that's the normal campers. And for those girls who are afraid of men and boys and basically the male gender, because of horrific events like they've been sexually assaulted or beaten by their stepfathers or uncles, he brings them to Artemis's camp, which she is furious, by the way. When she finds out that a male has been near her camp, she's pissed. Anyways, I'll speed this up so it doesn't take too long of a video. So it finds out that, the war between Gaia and the gods is happening. And it's happening in this story. It's happening much differently because different roles are different things in here. But it finds out that Percy is actually part Greek and part Roman. Now, the thing is that in the Percy Jackson world, you can only be Greek or Roman. You can't be both. But Sally Jackson, Percy's birth mother, was so special. She had brought Poseidon and Neptune, both halves of the same person, together to conceive Percy. So he is part Greek god, part Roman god, and mortal. The only one of his kind. Which I think is pretty neat. And throughout this story, Percy and Artemis kind of grow more attached to each other. And they grow in love. They start a secret relationship, and basically it's a Percy-Artemis love story. Yada, yada, yada. Oh, and Poseidon had another kid, a daughter, which is being picked on. She's being picked on at Camp Half-Blood. So later on in the story, Percy and Artemis offer her a place in Artemis' hunters. Which is pretty cool because she's only like a little kid. And there's another girl, a daughter of Athena, that he saved from her uncle, I think it was. I'm not too sure. Which is honestly not really surprising since it's a little girl, he doesn't want her to suffer. But it's surprising because she's a daughter of Athena. And she reminds him so much of Annabeth. So that's kind of surprising, but then again, it's not. So anyways, the gist of the story is that Percy saves the day. I'll give over key points. So, instead of Percy and Annabeth being thrown into Tartarus, Annabeth throws Thalia in Tartarus, and then Percy, being Percy, jumps in after her, while giving I can't think of the name. Nico, the son of Hades, he gave Nico Riptide as he took Nico's underworld sword. It has another name, I don't know what it was, but he takes his sword, grabs all of Thalia's stuff, and just jumps in. While there, they learned that Thalia and a couple of giants had snuck into... I'm sorry, guys. I may be a Greek lover and myths and all that, but some names I just cannot pronounce. Basically, they went to the upper death world, the heavens, and kidnapped one, Bianca D'Angelo, Nicole's older sister, and Zoe Nightshade, Artemis's first lieutenant before Thalia became the lieutenant. And they're able to save those two. And another ally comes to their rescue, which is a big surprise to them. Luke Castella, I think his name. I think he pronounced his last name Castella, Castellian, whatever. I don't know. Which was the host for Kronos' body. At first, he believed, yeah, I can join Gaia and Cronus and all the people from destroying all the gods. But then he realized, I don't want this, because they were gonna kill all the demigods as well. So he switched sides. They made him immortal. But he switched sides. He went to hiding, and it's a pretty cool thing. Later on, when they're going against Gaia, she gives Percy no chance but to surrender to her, and he swears on the 6th that he would go with her, because in Tartarus he had jumped. So during the 5 years he went to Count Jupiter, and he lost the Achilles curse. For those of you who don't know, the Achilles curse is taking a dip in the river Styx, which is in Tartarus, and becoming basically invulnerable to everything besides a single spot on your body called your Achilles heel. The first time he took a dip, the thing that, chained him to the land of the living was Annabeth. This time, the thing that chained him to the land of the living was Artemis. And it was on the small of his back. And she's the only one that knows. Artemis is the only one that knows where his Achilles heel is, because he trusted her enough to tell her. Anyways, there's a bright light and it's a bike. Okay. I thought that was a car driving on the sidewalk. I was gonna say, what the hell is wrong with you? So, where was I going with this again? I was distracted, guys. I was so distracted. Achilles heel. River Styx. Going to the second bath in the River Styx bound his soul to the River Styx. So, when he died, he wouldn't go to the underworld. He would just go right to the River Styx for eternity. That was the deal, and he was willing to pay that deal to help his friends out. But when Gaia made him swear to River Styx, he made the swear to Styx, but he broke his deal, which would have dragged him to the Tartarus and to the River Styx. So Gaia went down and into the she slept, and Percy didn't go to Styx. Instead, Aether and his wife/sister, I don't know her name, the primordial god of light and the primordial goddess of the day, brought him to their world, making him their commander of their army, the Army of Light. And he had 4 commanders. 4th is Percy, but he had 3 commanders, which were the first one. They were all previous demigods that he knew in Camp Half-Blood. Oh no, one in Camp Jupiter. One was the son of Jupiter, Jason Grace, Thalia's younger brother. I think younger brother. I'm not too sure. Or older. I don't know which one. That was not me. And the 2 from Greek were a daughter of... I was going to say Mars. I was going to piss myself off. The daughter of Ares, Clarice, I don't know her full name, and Luke. He made them his generals. And later on in their training for 8 years, because there's going to be another war between primordials this time, so 3 wars, guys. First, I don't want to keep saying 4. Percy's now been in 3 wars in this story. So Percy makes Jason his co-commander. So they split up the armies, one half being on Percy's and the other half for Jason. Yada yada yada. So and Percy can't go back to Earth and reunite with Artemis. Because if he did, he would learn the surprise for the primordials and all that. Wow, I'm going on 30 minutes and 34 seconds right now. Really. Anyway, so Percy, Army of the Light, all that, they win. And Percy and Artemis live happily ever after. I'm sorry. This is how enthused I am about this story. I wish that the author had made a sequel. That would have been awesome. Between Greek and Roman mythology, there is so many things it could have done. And not to mention the Kren Chronicles, which is kind of happening at the same time, and it's made by the same author, but this is Egyptian gods. So that would be cool. Or something to that extent. It would have been awesome to have a sequel, guys. So I give this a perfect 0. Oh my gosh, it's so awesome. For those of you who don't remember the title, it is The Queen's Champion. I don't remember the author's name, but good job. You're fucking awesome. I love you. That was one of the best stories I've ever read. Ever. So these guys, it's getting late. It's 5 seconds to 32 seconds. Okay, so 32 minutes. Now it's 32 minutes. Okay, so I'll put the link in the description for that story down there. I'll put the link to my fanfiction page, my main profile, so you guys can keep looking at that until Facebook. Fanfiction actually agrees with me and puts my story on. Follow me on Facebook, on my Facebook page and my Facebook group page. Follow me on Twitter and Tumblr. I'll put all the descriptions in there. If you guys like what I do, if you guys like my content, my videos, if you guys like to see the days and nights of a homeless person, well, yeah. If you guys want to see me around the city instead of just normal same places, I am starting that on Monday or Sunday. If I come back on Saturday night, I will have Sunday breakfast and I'll do my video from there. I'll make sure that I have 100% on my phone and I'll just record the whole waiting process. I know it sucks. I know, but that will only be part 1 of that day events. Okay, I'll show you guys some of the city and all that, but or if you guys don't want me to, I'll just take pictures of my breakfast. You know, I'm also planning on asking for a couple of interviews to put on YouTube, so you guys can understand why they do this, why the people that do Sunday breakfast do it, their thoughts, their experiences. So until next time, guys, I will see you guys next time. Good night.